It is time to make sacrifices.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, this video is in front of the wall today, and there's a lot to talk to you about Trevor Chalobah and players being transfer listed. But just as I was exporting the video, news broke: Romelu Lukaku has completed his medical, or the main part of his medical, which pretty much means he's completed his medical, on course for the announcement tomorrow, reportedly, which is incredibly exciting indeed. There was a video of him being transported, posted by an Inter page, and the freeze frame of this. He's in the car at the back, and what's he holding? Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, that looks very much like the Chelsea home kit for this season. In fact, I'm certain it is. Shout out to Ollie Glanville for screenshotting the part of the video and seeing that Romelu Lukaku is holding this Chelsea shirt in the back of the car being transported, while loads of Italian media are outside, or I don't know if he's in Belgium. He was reportedly going to do his medical in Belgium. That's, besides the point, really. The point is, he's done his medical, it's complete. He's holding a Chelsea shirt. He's going to be transported to Chelsea Cobham tomorrow for the announcement. Incredibly exciting indeed. Could he be ready for the Super Cup? Maybe he could be on the bench. Who knows? If Chelsea are winning, maybe Tuchel will be like, I'm going to throw new signing Romelu Lukaku on. Incredibly exciting, friends. We move. So that's it. Enjoy the rest of the video where I talk about all sorts of Chelsea things. I just wanted to get this in and explain that it's happened. There's the picture. It's very, very exciting. And yeah, keep it locked to Football Therapy. Now, here's a little bit more from me.
Hello friends, what's going on? Welcome on back to Football Therapy with me, your host, and I hope you are all doing well, friends. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here, of course, on Football Therapy, where I see what's been said about the Chelsea, give you my opinion on it, but of course, more importantly, friends, ask for yours. And today, we are dipping into an article written by Nizar Kinsella of Goal.com, talking about players who have been transfer listed, who could be out the door to make room for Jules Kounde, and what's going on. It's going to be a fun one today, friends. So yes, I'm back at the wall. A lot of you guys like this format of video. And generally, I'm mixing it up between the desk and this format, so I hope you're enjoying both, and if you are, I'd urge you to subscribe. That's right, ding ding ding. A lot of you returning visitors are not subscribed, so why not just take a second and press subscribe, as well as the bell notifications icon, because let's grow together, man. It's a loving Chelsea community, right? And while you're at it, friends, why don't you drop a like for your old host, Jan? Thank you. Alright then, let's get into today's content. Cool, so like I said, we're going to be talking about outgoings. Trevor Chalobah to La Liga, maybe? Ooh, interesting. Like I said, we'll be dipping into a Goal.com article from my friend Nizar Kinsella, an awesome Chelsea journalist that keeps his ear close to the ground, so we'll be going through it together and stopping along the way to talk about certain parts. Are you ready, friends? Sweet. Let's get into it. Valencia enter the race for Chalobah as Chelsea makes space for another Kounde transfer bid. The La Liga Giants have been watching the English defender during the Blues' pre-season and are ready to offer him a chance on loan in Spain. Valencia have emerged as the frontrunners to sign Chelsea's Trevor Chalobah on a season-long loan after he's excelled in pre-season. Honestly, he has genuinely excelled in pre-season. I've spoken about it on match reviews after the pre-season games. Playing at right back, playing at right centre back, really doesn't look out of place. Not only that, he at the time looks like the most sensible and calm and composed defender on the ball, to the point where you were thinking, shouldn't this guy be in the squad? He looks pretty darn good. Of course, he had a excellent loan last season in Liga. Thomas Tuchel seemingly seems very impressed with him. Let's read on. Like Thomas Tuchel, the La Liga Giants have been impressed with the youngster's season at Lorient in Ligue 1 last year, alongside with his pre-season performances at Stamford Bridge. Tuchel has told Chelsea not to sell the 22-year-old at any cost, and that he will strongly consider promoting him from the loan group to his squad next season. That's hugely positive. Not only that, we're thinking, right, we're not selling Trevor Chalobah and he can be part of the squad next season because he looks excellent. It also means Thomas Tuchel is playing to be at Chelsea next season. I don't know why he wouldn't be playing to be at Chelsea next season, but you know what I mean. We're all Chelsea fans here, right? Well, maybe a lot of you aren't Chelsea fans watching, and I welcome you. We're all welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. Anyway, what I'm saying is the instability of Chelsea. It's very difficult to look a season ahead and think, yeah, we'll just keep the train going. So for Tuchel to be planning ahead, it feels good. It just feels good. What does this mean for Kounde? Chalobah has been playing at centre-back for Chelsea during pre-season, with many players missing the warm-up matches due to their participation in international tournaments. However, after Chelsea secured Romelu Lukaku from Inter for £98 million, they will continue to go for Sevilla defender Jules Kounde. Chelsea will look to sell Kurt Zouma for between £20 million and £30 million, as well as loaning out Chalobah to create space. West Ham have already seen an approach rejected by both Chelsea and the player, which fell short of both parties' expectations. Essentially, Chelsea wanted more money, and Kurt Zouma, rather oddly, wasn't interested when I thought it was probably a good destination for him. Right, the next part of the story talks about who could leave Stamford Bridge after them two. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. Tammy Abraham has interest from Arsenal, Atalanta and Roma after seeing the Blues spend so much on a central striker. However, none of the three clubs want to pay the £40 million asking price. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but Tammy's probably worth a decent amount of money. Young player, played at a high level, scored loads of first team goals, nice and tall, quite athletic, trains well, generally is a good finisher. £35 million might do it. We'll see what happens, I guess. Roma are searching for a possible replacement for Edin Dzeko, who could be Inter's answer to replace Lukaku this summer. Yeah, it would be interesting if Tammy went to Roma. Like I said in previous videos, I would actually love him to go to Atalanta. I think that would be an excellent destination for him in a sort of like cultured European football environment that are really attacking and playing the Champions League and try and actually challenge for the Serie A title. So that would be a really good move, but I'm not sure. The more time that goes on, the less likely that move actually looks. Let's see about some other players then. Marcus Alonso or Emerson Palmieri could be sold in the latter stages of the transfer window, with both players having already been offered in swap deals for other players. Yeah, Chelsea desperately trying to get deals over the line by putting loads of their players into proposed swaps or part exchange deals, because the Chelsea squad is quite frankly stupidly big and they've got a lot of players on high wages, so you can understand why they're trying to crowbar loads of players into deals. Similarly, Kennedy, Matt Miazga, Davide Zappacosta, Danny Drinkwater, Timo Bakayoko and Ross Barkley are all on the transfer list. Yeah, fair enough, man. We are really going in there trying to put players in swap deals, putting a whole load of players onto the transfer list. We really do need to slim our squad down. It's like that sort of, you know, time at Football Manager when you've got a bit of a bloated squad, you sign a bunch of players, you promote a bunch of youth players, they're all on the books, and really you just need to clear out. You just need to clear out, so you do whatever you can, you put them all as a fire sale. Chelsea have a lot of money. Thomas Tuchel knows what he's doing. He's one of those coaches that probably wants to know everyone in the squad, and that is seemingly impossible when Chelsea have like 45 players in the squad or something ridiculous. Anyway, let's move on and talk about a couple of other players. Genk remain locked in talks with Chelsea over signing Ike Ogbo for around £5 million, but haven't yet come to terms over the financial package in protracted talks. Yeah, that'll be some good money for Chelsea, good revenue. I don't think Ogbo would make it at Chelsea particularly. He's a good young striker, so if we can make a few £1 million off that, we should be very happy. Armando Broja has loan interest from Southampton after they lost Danny Ings to Aston Villa in a £25 million deal. Chelsea are continuing their attempts to renew the contracts of both Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen. Dujon Sterling will likely renew his contract and be sent on loan. Cool, Dujon Sterling, I was a bit worried about him before pre-season, but he looked okay in the end. He made some good defensive contributions, so when they sign a new deal to go on loan, that means they'll be kept in the system to try and retain value as assets. That's what Chelsea wanted to do with Part Harris, Bate, Livramento, but they wouldn't sign new deals, so they had to be sold. When it comes to Andreas Christensen and Antonio Rudiger contracts, we can just cross our fingers and hope both of them renew, as clearly they are very, very important players to Thomas Tuchel in that backline. And Armando Broja is a really interesting one because clearly he's a very exciting young striker, one that seems very close to be able to play first team football for Chelsea. Of course, Frank Lampard gave him his debut 2 seasons ago, I think, maybe, from the development squad, and then last season, of course, he was at Vitesse. This season, he was getting loan offers from Udinese and stuff, but to be honest, man, if Southampton has come in for Broja, that is an amazing loan, especially to replace Danny Ings, who scores loads of goals for them Personally, I would love it. It would worry me a little bit because I wouldn't want him to be... Southampton could be in trouble next season, and that's no exaggeration. But, you know, with Livramento there, and Simiyu as well, like Chelsea have got loads of players that have gone there. Maybe they'll have the quality to just stay in the Premier League. That's what they've really got to aim for next season, because especially with Danny Ings going. Armando Broja, if he starts, if he's the starting forward for Southampton, that could be incredibly exciting. My only concern is if he does too well, and then Southampton, waves some money under Chelsea's nose, and they go, ooh, yes please, because that could be a likely scenario. Especially Lukaku, first team striker, Havertz, if he plays a lot there, Werner starts playing down the middle at times, doing well. Chelsea might think, we don't actually need another striker, and we can make 20 million on Broja. If they make another 20 million off an academy product, trust me, Chelsea just rub their hands together there. So if he does too well, they might try and buy him, and Chelsea will probably sell him in that instance, which would be sad because it will be another striker or another player from the academy that the fan base gets excited about that might go out the door. But hey, we'll deal with that if and when it happens. So it's exciting, lots of stuff going on. We are, waiting for the Romelu Lukaku announcement after the medical. Fingers crossed Kounde follows. Just those two, and a free goalkeeper who's only 29 in Bettinelli. It's actually a pretty darn good transfer window considering the Chelsea squad. What makes it better is if we actually get a load out the door that we need to do. And seemingly this information from the Zarkin Sellers article is indicating that yes, that is happening. Chelsea are slimming down the squad, and that's really important. So let me know what you think. Comment down below your thoughts, feelings and opinions on these players. What you expect from Broja, Kounde, Trevor Chalobah. Comment down below, let's get the conversation going. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy my content, thank you very much. Consider subscribing if you're new, and of course, enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby